Hello, everybody. Hi, Truth, you are first. Woohoo! Truth first. So, I'm not going to be on camera because uh, I had a late night last night and I woke up to my phone being crazy to a whole bunch of messages, and I decided that I'm going to clear some stuff up because I'm not going to have people spin their own narrative, spin it their own way. Hello, Leo's wife. I'm not going to have that. So I decided I'm going to go live before somebody else goes live. I'm going to address it on my end, and people are going to take what I have to say, or people are not going to take what I have to say. And that is completely fine. Am I shocked that Mandy Bell put that video out? No, I'm not. And am I upset about it? No, I'm not. I knew it was a risk. I knew sending her that would be a risk, and it is what it is. But I'm not going to have other people go live and say, I'm not going to have people, start a live and say, I'm doing this because I left Patreon. And this is what people do when they leave Patreon. Because that's not true. I've always been a person that what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. And I've always been that way. And I know a certain creator is going to say, oh, just because they left, just because she left, she's going to do what every other, ex Patreon did. And they're going to start showing screenshots and stuff like that. That's not true, because let's go back in time. Let's go back back in time. I was a Patreon for this creator for over a year and a half. And there was a time where all the chats got released. As everybody knows, all the chats got released, right? And Mandy Bell knew there was stuff in those chats about her. And there was. And she wanted access to them. And nobody would give her access. Not Laura, not Marianne. Nobody would give her access, because everybody knew if they gave her access, she was going to run with it and dwell on it and spread it forever. Well, I was still a Patreon for Laura, and I felt that it was wrong. Mandy had every right to know that her stuff was in those chats, that people were looking up her, all that, whatever. We're not going to rehash all of it, but whatever. So I messaged Mandy when I was a Patreon, and I sent her a couple of things to kind of put her mind at ease, kind of let her know that, yeah, this is being said in there, blah, blah, blah. I sent this probably 8 months ago, maybe even longer. I don't know. I don't know the specific date. And Mandy kept it and stayed quiet and put it in her back pocket, right? Okay. So then she goes live the other night, and she mentions people trolling her dead husband. So I emailed her. Absolutely, I did. And I emailed her the screenshot, as you guys have all seen those videos. Well, I wake up this morning to a message from Mandy Bell, basically saying, how could you guys stay in there? How could you guys be friends? How could you stay in there and knowing this is going on, and they're hurting me, and I'm the crazy person, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's break it down like that. Okay. So I stayed in there, whatever. Yeah, I knew what was going on. Yeah, it was wrong, whatever. We've all learned from it. We've all, changed. But here Mandy Bell is criticizing me, everybody else, that we're still in there, and how could we accept that, and how could we be friends, all that, right? But Mandy Bell, you've had those screenshots for 8 months or so that I sent you, and yet you still decide to be a Patreon for Laura. You still decide to be a member of Laura. So how is it that you can sit there? How can you sit there and say everybody else is wrong, and how can we support that when you're supporting it yourself? You are still supporting it. You're still a Patreon for somebody that saw, contributed everything to people looking you up. Did Laura specifically do the licking up? No, but was Laura aware? Yeah. So how can you be mad at Mommy of Three for looking you up, but not be mad at Laura? And I saw some of the comments under the video that Mandy Bell made today, and I agree. How is it that you can be mad at Mommy of Three, but not be mad at Laura? How can you run around and trash Mommy of Three's name, but keep Laura as your delicate flower? It makes no sense to me. And then, like I said, I was going to go live too, because I know for a fact Laura is going to go live at 6:00 and say, oh, this Jenna Moon, she disappointed me. She showed screenshots. She disappointed me. She's just like everybody else, blah, blah, blah. She's only doing it because she's mad. She's getting on the hate train. No, I'm not getting on the hate train, because guess what? 8 months ago, I wasn't on that hate train, and I still sent things to Mandy Bell that I thought was wrong. So I don't want you running around saying that I'm only doing this because of a hate train, because it's not. That's not why I did it. I did it because I thought it was wrong, and I thought Mandy Bell should have the right to know. And so I do this woman a favor, and I give her what she wants so she could have peace of mind, and you turn around and make a video. And then you wonder why people won't give you things, even if they think it's wrong. No wonder why people don't give you things. Because, yeah, you could have made that video, but you didn't have to throw me under the bus to make that video. You didn't have to prove who sent it to you. And then you wonder why nobody will give you info. Nobody will. And then I give you the info. You would think you would be appreciative. Instead, you get in my email and gaslight the shit out of me. No, that's not how it works. So I learned a valuable lesson. Now you're on your own, Mandy. You are completely on your own. And anybody will know now, if somebody has information for Mandy, which we thought was wrong and we wanted to share, just know that you're going to throw it out there. Like you said, there's no anonymity anymore. I'm going to, I'm not keeping it secret. That's fine. I don't care that you showed it. You should show it, because people trolling your dead husband is wrong. It is wrong. But you can't sit there and say how we're wrong, but yet you still support Laura. And Laura's the one that came up with it. It's in black and white. There's no proof Mommy of Three did it as went in and trolled under your dead husband. But if we're looking at black and white, who's to say Laura didn't? Laura thought of the idea. Laura's the one that threw it out there, even though she denied that she never threw it out there. You know? But yeah, you still support her. You still have her back. You still help her. It makes no sense to me. And like I said, throw me under the bus. Oh, by all means, do it. Have at it. Because I have no shame in what I did. I don't feel guilty. I don't feel bad. I'm not worried about it. I don't care what Laura has to say about it. She can say I'm messed up and I'm just like everybody else. Have at it. Because trust me, I don't mind. Laura was in the middle of every single thing that went on in there. Where is it? I lost it. She was in every single chat. She was involved 100%. Absolutely, she was. Every chat that was made, Laura made them. It's not like we made them and invited her. Laura made every single chat. She randomly picked the people that she wanted in those chats. Laura absolutely knows what happened in all those chats, just like I said the other day when I went live. Laura, you want to show all the chats? Go ahead, show them. But make sure you show every single one of them. Because I'm telling you, you're not going to hurt me. You're not going to hurt the ex-Patreons. You're not going to hurt the ones that just left. You're only going to hurt yourself because we were not the creator. We weren't the runner of the group. You were. So yeah, you're going to see us all talking shit in those groups, but you're not going to see us posting private pictures. You're not going to see us posting private messages that people, same way with blames Mandy Lynn for looking her up. There is screenshots of Laura saying, I want MM's info. Literally says that. Laura has convinced her. I'll address that. Yes, Laura did. You are absolutely right, Ash. Laura did say, I want her info. Yes, Laura. I mean, I don't remember per se because there's so many chats and so many conversations that have happened. But Laura did ask for the lookup. Laura did post MM's house. Okay, so if you're going to, look her up to help with the police, why do you have to show her house? Like, I believe that Laura really wanted to prove that we didn't call the cops on MM because we didn't. We never did that, at least not that I'm aware of. We never did that. None of us did. But at the same time, I'm the one that sent MM, because here we are again, where right is right, wrong is wrong with me. I'm the one that sent MM those videos, the video clips, the whole recording of everything, good, bad, or ugly. Like everybody says, what you do, you have to own. And there was some things in there that people had to own, and they have. And they've moved on. Laura has kind of spun it that she was only doing it to make it so we did show that we didn't call the cops or whatever. But why do you have to put the picture of her house in there to prove that? Yes, absolutely. They all looked her up. They all discussed it as a group. It's not just Mandy Lynn's fault. She's doing the same thing Mandy is. And she has even said that Laura wasn't really involved in the chats. Correct. We did that. It was completely a discussion for everybody. It's not just Mandy Lynn's fault. Mandy Lynn has said her things. She has owned it. She wasn't proud. I'm sure she wasn't proud of what she said back then. A lot of us weren't proud of what we said back then. We've all made mistakes in those chats, and we've all owned them. Except one person. And we all know that one person that will not take responsibility. But yeah, you are absolutely right. I agree, Truth. And that's the thing. It's, that's my whole point of my life. Mandy Bell sits there and says, I want this, I want this, I want this. People, please help me. It's wrong. It's this, it's that. Okay. So I decide to be the better person and show you what you need to see so you can have peace of mind, so you know who did it, so you can move on, so you could have closure, and you throw me under the bus. Or you have selective outrage, as Truth says. So why the hell is anybody going to help anybody on here? You know, we try to do the right thing. People try to do the right thing, and we get hit for it. You know, we get videos made and we get told we're awful people. Like, wait a minute. You want us to do the right thing and we do it and we get shunned for it. Then when we decide, you know what, we're not getting involved. All these people are crazy. Forget it. We're staying out of it. We're wrong because we kept it. But Mandy Bell knows. She knew everything that was going on in those chats 8 months ago, and she still chooses to protect Laura. She still chooses to be friends with Laura. She still chooses to be a Patreon on Laura. She still chooses to be a member of Laura. You can't cry. You can't cry that this person's wrong when people are showing you proof Laura was involved. It wasn't just Mommy at 3, it was Laura too. So how can you just be mad at Mommy at 3 and not Laura? It makes no sense. Yeah. And like I said, she wanted to post that video. I'm not ashamed of that video. But this is the other thing. I was watching that video and I find it also interesting because I will own that I emailed her the other night. In the first part of the screenshots on those videos are absolutely, I sent those. Then in the middle of the video, she shows where I write that I was Beautiful Drama and I sent her info where people were looking up stuff. And then she shows pictures of all of that. This is where it's fucked up because other people must have sent her other things because none of those pictures are what I sent her as Beautiful Drama. The pictures I sent her as Beautiful Drama were basically the picture of her house, her pool, blah, blah, blah. I never sent the police report. So I don't know where she got that. So partly she's kind of throwing me out there like I sent this, this, and this, and not everything that she posted in that video is what I sent her. Somebody else had to have sent her other stuff. So be the person who talks to you and calls you a liar on a daily, Mandy Bell. But I'll keep my things close to my chest. Absolutely Truth, because we all know it. We all know it. Old Patreons, new Patreon, they all know how Laura truly feels about Mandy Bell. Like I said in my live the other day, Mandy Bell, you want to protect Laura, you want to still be her friend, fine, be her friend. But don't sit there and say, how dare we? How did we support her? How were we friends? She didn't do that crap to us. She did it to you, but yeah, you're still her Patreon and you're still protecting her. So who's fucked up here? I don't think it's us. I think it's you. You know, Ash, I've always said that too. I've always wondered. What is the connection between Laura and Mandy? Why do they keep their ties close? I've wondered the same thing. I think there's a lot more of crap that we don't know about. Hi, Mar. How are you? Absolutely, Life Rewinded. Don't ever bite the hand that feeds you. I will never help her out again. Ever. I don't care if she sits on a panel and says how wrong it is and how, crying that it's not fair, any of that. You ain't getting crap from me anymore. I was trying to do the right thing. I was trying, just like you sit on your panel and say, I'm just trying to do the right thing. You know what? I was trying to do the right thing too, and you threw me under the bus. You threw me to the wolves. But like I said, am I ashamed for it? No. Am I going to own it? Yep. Just like I've owned everything I've ever done on YouTube, I've owned it. And I will continue to own it. But I know Laura will go live when she gets out of work and say that here I am sharing screenshots. I'm just like all the other haters. No, I'm not. I don't want to do this tit for tat, but you can't sit on your panel and blatantly lie. Like, own your shit. Own it. Just like I'm doing. I'm owning, yes, I sent it to Mandy. See, it's pretty freaking easy, Laura. You should try it someday. Take ownership for the crap you do. So, like I said, I just wanted to clear it up. You know, I wanted to be able to do my live and get my voice out before people put their own spin on it and make me out like I'm this bad person, or put their own spin on it that I'm shady or anything like that. I'm not going to have somebody dictate who I am on YouTube. I'll do that myself. I'll go on and I'll explain and I'll own my own shit. Thank you very much. I don't need you and Laura, Mandy and Laura, to dictate who the hell I am and what I'm doing. I'll do it for myself. Thanks. So I'm sure Laura will still go live about it and she'll spin it the way she wants to spin it. And that's all well and good. And you guys are going to believe what you guys want to believe. And that's fine too. I'm not saying that just because I'm on here, you should, everybody's going to believe what they want to believe. Thank you, Cassie. But that's exactly what happened. My heart went out to Mandy and it will never go out to her again. Never. And let me tell you, there's more where that came from. There's a lot more that I have that could show you the shit Laura has done to you, but you blew that right out of the water. Now you're on your own. But TL, like sharing things, see, that's hard. That's like a fine line, I think, because yeah, sharing stuff just to be vindictive is one thing. But when people are on a panel blatantly lying that they didn't do something, when people know they did, don't people have the right to see what the person really did? Shouldn't people that are hurting other people and lying about it, and people know that they're lying about it, don't you think that it should be shown? I think there's a fine line. I agree with you, not everything should be shown. I agree with you on that, but there is some things that I think should, because it involves the safety of other people, So that's how I feel. Like I said, right is right, wrong is wrong. And when somebody's going to sit on a panel and blatantly lie that they weren't involved, they never saw or anything, yet you have proof that there's their little bubble, and there they are saying go troll under their dead husband. Whether Laura wants to spin it that it was a joke, whether Laura wants to spin it whatever, however Laura wants to spin it, it doesn't matter. She still said it, but she's going to sit on a panel and say she never said it and she didn't know about it. She wasn't aware of it. How are we not supposed to? I think it should be shown. And that's why part of me is not mad at Mandy Bell for showing it, because like I said, I knew the risk. I knew if I emailed Mandy Bell that it was going to happen, but I didn't hide that, because if you go back to Mandy Bell's live, not last night, the night before, I'm in her chat asking for her email. She gave it to me on a live. So it's not like I was trying to be shady about it. And if you watch her live, she was in the process of talking about who trolled her dead husband. And I was like, hey, what's your email? I never hid that I was going to email Mandy. And then once I sent it, I wrote in the main chat, I sent it. Mandy Bell says, oh, let me go look. And she went and looked, and she addressed it right there. I wasn't trying to do anything shady. I wasn't trying to do anything sneaky. I was upfront and honest right from get-go. That's what proved that Laura is the one that said, go troll under her dead husband. Is there proof that Mamiya 3 trolled under her dead husband? No, there isn't. But Laura wants to say it was Mamiya 3. But if you look at the facts, and we're all about facts, it kind of looks like maybe Laura did. But is there proof Laura did? No. But Laura's the one that came up with the idea. Laura's the one that said it. But you're going to forgive Laura, and you're going to tell something that blows my mind. Laura's going to tell you Mamiya 3 did it, and you're going to actually believe that. When people are showing you that Laura's the one that said it. Diane and Wendy put it on their panel. I sent it to you in an email. But you're going to take Laura's word over everybody else's. No, we're not. Me and Mamiya 3 are not buddies. That's the other thing, because I know I've seen that running around, that I'm doing it because me and Mamiya 3 are friends. And this is why I'm doing it. And this is why I'm trying to protect Mamiya 3, is because we're friends now. That is nowhere the case. I'm just trying to speak the truth and what the facts are. So, no, I'm not trying to protect Mamiya 3 because we're friends now. But you can't sit there and throw Mamiya 3 under the bus when there's no proof that it happened other than Laura saying it. But there is proof of Laura saying it, not Mamiya 3. So absolutely, that is one of the biggest things, is that she sits there and says she never lies. Laura never lies. That she's never done anything shady. She's always been truthful. She doesn't lie. I think people have proven that Laura lies. Nothing other than shit talk. Absolutely. All we did was shit talk. Clary wasn't in that chat that the dead husband thing came out of. I never saw that until it came out a few months ago. I don't believe Clary was. I think Clary was already gone. I believe Clary had already left Patreon when that happened, but don't quote me on that, Ash. Because I know Clary left long before a lot of other people left, and I don't think Clary was in there either. Mandy friended Mommy 3 and Amanda L, then wants to tell people how wrong they are to have them in their chats. Absolutely, just like she's sitting there emailing me, telling me how dare I still support, how did I support Laura knowing this was going on, blah blah blah. But you're supporting Laura, and you're still supporting Laura. You're supporting Laura to this day. You pay her to be a Patreon and you get no benefits of being a Patreon. Why? Because she won't let you in the chats. Because she doesn't trust you. It's funny that you said on your live that she let you in the chats like, what, 3 days ago or something like that, because she wanted you to find out who her mole is. So she'll let you in the chat when it benefits her, when she wants you to do something for her. But you've been a Patreon for her for over a year, your words, and you've never been allowed in the chats because she doesn't trust you. And because she knew if she put you in the chats, she would lose people. But yet, but we're the wrong ones. We're the fucked up ones. Okay. Ash. That's funny. Sorry, I had to laugh at that. That was funny. Yes, that's the other thing. The rape thing was not about Mandy Bell. The rape thing was not about Mandy Bell. I know she tries to say it was about her, and no matter how many times we tried to tell her it wasn't about her, she was not the Mandy we were talking about, blah, blah, blah. She does not believe it. But I'm telling you, she was not the person they were talking about. Yes, Laura always has moles. Laura never knows who the mole is, and she doesn't care to know who the mole is. She doesn't even try to find out who the mole is. The only mole she knew about was Carla. And I have screenshots where Trisha wrote in a chat just the other day ago that Laura knew right from jump that Carla was the mole. So when Laura sits on her live and does all those screenshots saying, I told everybody not to go after Carla. Look, see, this is where I'm telling everybody to leave Carla alone. Yeah, the reason is that she wanted everybody to leave Carla alone is because she liked the uproar. She knew Carla was the mole because Trisha told her she was the mole. And so she wanted everybody to leave Carla alone because she didn't want to ruin the mole thing. She didn't want anybody to figure out who the mole was because it gave her content and it gave her stress, you know? So that's how that went. So I know she likes to do that live and act like she was all innocent and, you know, she told everybody to leave Carla alone. Yeah, she did. But the only reason why she did was because she already knew Carla was the mole because Trisha was telling her. But that's the way Laura does things, to manipulate and to spin it to fit her narrative. But really, she doesn't tell the whole thing. Yeah, she told everybody to leave Carla alone, but the only reason why she did, like I said, was because she already knew she was the mole. I don't get the Leanne thing. I'm just as confused as all of you on the Leanne thing. She has more moles than she does supporters. That could be probably true. Yes. Yeah, Ash, that is true. Laura is only loyal to herself. She is not loyal to anybody but herself. I don't know how many times people have told her things in confidence and then she goes live and blurts it out. People know if they get into her Patreon, they will get dirt. True. So, like I said, I just wanted to clear that up. I own that I sent, like I said, I own that I sent Mandy the first initial screenshots. I admit that what was written was there. I just don't. Some of those pictures weren't what I sent her like months and months ago. So she needs to go back and figure that one out because other people must have been sending her stuff and she got it mixed up with me because I didn't send her all that. So obviously, somebody else that Laura knows is also thinking what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, other than just me. I agree. I agree. Everything, yes, truth. Everything goes down in private chats. See, that's the difference. That's the thing where you're going to see some Patreons say they've never seen it, that's never happened, and those are the ones that have Laura's back. Well, that's because when you're in the main Patreon or if you're in the mod chat, Laura keeps it straight and narrow. She does. There's no shady shit, no shit talking, no nothing. When you end up into the secret chats, that she has many of them, that's where the dirt is because there are many Patreons that have left and say that have her back and say we've never seen anything shady, we've never, because they were never privy to the secret chats. When you go into Laura's Discord, it's straight and narrow. If you go into Laura's mod chat, it's straight and narrow for the most part. Mod chat is a little, maybe a flip of a coin, I guess you would say, but she's careful. And I know she's going to say, I can't believe Jenna Moon's airing out everything. I'm not airing out everything, but when you're going to sit there and lie and make people believe something that you're innocent in all this, then yeah, I'm going to speak on it because you were never innocent, ever. Cassie, she's never going to leave the BS behind. She can't help herself. She's going to go live tonight and address it. She is. How many times has she said that she's not going to talk about anybody anymore? She's done. Hi, Mojo. Yeah, I do have a big crowd today. That's because a video was made about me. So I had a feeling people were going to come in and wonder what was going on. But I appreciate it. If you guys haven't subbed, please sub. If you guys want to hit the likes, I would appreciate it too. Hit the likes. Hit the dislikes too if you want. How many people that support Laura do not see this pattern of behavior? Numerous people come out saying the same thing. We're here now. You're absolutely right, Sarah. And that's what she says. She sits there and says that we all get together, all the ex Patreons get together and we talk, and that's why we all say the same thing. No, I don't talk to the expatriates. I don't talk to a lot of people, and I'm sure the expatriates don't talk to a lot of people. We all don't talk. We're just saying what the truth is. And we have finally got to a point where we've had enough, and that we chose that we didn't want to support the behavior anymore, and we didn't want to support the lies anymore. So we left. And we're not all, out to get her like she says. We're just speaking what the truth is. I am okay, Mojo. I'm good. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like I said, I did do it, but now, like I said, Mandy Bell's on her own, and it is what it is. And you keep being a Patreon for the person that has talked as much shit about you than I think anybody in this community has. But you keep supporting that. You keep helping her. And you burnt your bridge with me. Like, it is what it is. So, but we're all telling you. I mean, it's pretty crazy when a bunch of people are telling you that Laura is only using you and you don't want to buy it and you don't want to believe it, then that's on you. But I'm telling you right now, Laura only has you around for one reason and one reason only. And Laura has talked shit about you. Laura has been involved in everything that has been done. She did see everything. She tries to say she didn't. She did. She saw everything. She is well aware. Because even when the expatriates came out about it, you don't think that we did emergency Patreon phone calls to discuss it? Of course we did. Of course we did. When they were showing screenshots left and right, going live to live, showing screenshots, you don't think Laura jumped on a phone call with us to discuss it and figured out how to spin it? Of course she did. But you sit there and keep supporting her. And you keep sitting there blaming just Mommy of 3 for it. Because I'm telling you, it's not. And no, I'm not, like I said, I'm not friends with Mommy of 3, but you can't just bash one. But you keep supporting her. And that's all I have to say about that. So I hope you all have a great day. I'm going to shut down and let it all go, and it is what it is. And I thank you guys all for coming in. And like I said, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I will talk to you all later, I'm sure, because I'm sure there's going to be more things that I'm going to have to defend here in the near future, because we know how it goes. So I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye.